This is the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. This week 5 action gets rolling here in prime time. The Green Machine passing attack of the Wichita Flyers, led by quarterback BK Solberg, and the league's leading tight end Raylan Witten, set to go to war against the San Jose Outlaws in their rushing attack, led by quarterback Warren Cunningham. Hello, folks. Glad to have you with us from Wichita, Kansas. I'm Tyler Fultz, joined in the booth here by Ramos Lynn. It's the unbeaten Flyers, Ramos, against these Outlaws who again took one on the chin, but have proven capable in taking down some big-time opponents here early on in the season.
Yeah, I mean, the defense has played well, and for Wichita, it's going to be a matter of how well the passing game works. If it works well, we can see a scenario where Wichita wins and maybe wins comfortably even here at home. If it falls by the wayside, maybe we're going to see San Jose pull off the victory here on the road.
And here we go from Wichita, and it is howling here in Kansas. The wind advisory out in full effect, gusts up to 50 miles an hour, and it is currently blowing in the favor of the Wichita Flyers. And quarterback BK Solberg takes the field and will be under the gun here to begin the opening drive. He steps back to throw, looking underneath. That is caught on the run, and trying to turn the corner is the leading tight end Raylan Witten for a good chunk of yards. Give him 6.
Yeah, and this is something that Wichita, again, they don't run the football a whole lot, so it's kind of like a West Coast offense. They're going to replace run plays by, with short passing plays.
Solberg with 6 touchdown passes already this season, looking for number 7 here. Early pass near side that is caught, short pickup. Heading out of bounds is Delrow, the halfback. And we take a look at that front 5 here, Ramos, and there's a reason why BK Solberg doesn't take as many sacks. He got the big front line that keeps him upright.
Yeah, he gets rid of the ball quickly. When you have those, shallow crosses and those quick routes, he gets rid of the ball very, very quickly.
Under the gun again. Here on 3rd and 4. Solberg, dime over the middle. That one was fired in there and hauled in by Darian Atkins for a first down.
And a good route is just an in route, about 7 yards deep. Number 81, that's the tight end that was clearing the zone. And it's just the easy pitch and catch right there. Witten trying to provide the block. But a good gain by the Flyers anyway.
That'll bring on to the 50-yard line. And an early jump from the San Jose front 4. And that'll give Wichita a free 5 yards. So a little bit of undisciplined play here in this away team visiting here in Wichita, who has now seen 3 straight home games and have won the last 2 of them.
Yeah, and the crowd can get loud, especially when you start winning games. The seats start to fill up, and more people are more excited to see this Wichita team.
Solberg over the middle. It is hauled in, but then dropped by Delrow off of the hit as we take a look at the San Jose defense. And this front 7, meanwhile, over the last week, after taking that loss here, Ramos, they hit the gym and will be looking to really contain that dangerous passing attack, and they did so on that last first down play.
Yeah, and they need to put pressure on the QB again. It's going to be a challenge. Solberg gets rid of the ball so quickly, and they need to find ways to put a little bit of pressure.
Empty backfield, Solberg, deep bomb, right side, and it is caught! Touchdown! Outstretched fingertips, Timothy Shea, 46-yard strike.
And it just caught everybody by surprise, including me, to be honest. You think of, maybe we're going to make it a shorter, second down situation. Maybe, we're going to dink and dunk our way and try to gas the defense. But they just go with the deep shot, and the safety just a step behind. What a first drive here by the Flyers.
And while that front 7 may have been boosted, they didn't take on the secondary, which gives Timothy Shea a team-leading 3rd receiving touchdown on the young season. And the extra point is up and good. And we have a 7-0 ball game here in Wichita as Drew Duncan kicks that one through And the Flyers flying high to begin the ball game, Ramos.
Yeah, and that's Shea's second touchdown this season of 50-plus yards. The previous one, it was technically a run. It was kind of like a bubble screen, but it was obviously backwards, so it was technically a 59-yard rushing touchdown. So 2 big plays here early this season still for Shea. And San Jose's just going to have to keep pace. I mean, this is probably a race to 30.
Well, that suits Wichita very nicely. Meanwhile, San Jose can't even eclipse averaging 25 points a game. We'll see if that changes here as Warren Cunningham comes out to the field. And unlike a Cunningham that I know of, unlike a cannon for an arm that Cunningham had, this Cunningham has wheels. And he dumps it off left-hand side. Good little dump off there to begin the game to Mike O'Neill. That gains about 6 yards to begin their drive.
You will know as a Vikings fan, wouldn't you? About Cunningham with a
I would. A lot of passes to Randy Moss, Chris Carter. That's the good old days of the Vikings, even though we never got a Super Bowl. Still haven't. Kind of upsetty spaghetti about that. Anywho, Cunningham, this Cunningham going to take off and run, trying to escape the pressure, and he cannot! Casey Reed gets into the backfield and drops the QB back for 5 yards.
Not as mobile as the other Cunningham right there on that play. He tries to scramble to the left. It's pretty good protection, Tyler. I mean, he has pretty open room right there in the pocket. All day to throw, really, but nobody open as Wichita was just playing zone back there. 4-man rush, and he gets to him.
Second sack of the season for Reed. And all that good work they did on first down, all of a sudden, they have to do it again and then double it here on third down. Cunningham with a clean pocket for now. Firing near side, that is picked off! Brilliant interception, and it's going back to Wichita.
That's just a tremendous defensive play. I don't think it was necessarily a bad throw. You know, it did have some of the height, but the hops by the corner, you're going to see on the replay again, good protection. And, well, on hand side, a little bit probably late on that throw. Both feet in bounds. And Wichita will have tremendous field position. Howard's 5th interception this season, unclaimed player.
Howard's 5th interception, and it puts Wichita in excellent position. Go claim your player today. Lay the goat _2 at UFL.football, and all the details are there. Ready to go. We want you part of this league, and excited to see that you're excited to try and join us as the pass near side here on first down for the Flyers picks up 2.
You know, and that could be the game plan here for Wichita. Try to lull the San Jose team to the defense to sleep and then hit him with the deep bomb. You already saw it happen once.
Play action. Solberg again will try and throw another shot deep outfield. That one right to the Outlaws. That is an easy interception by Landry Williams.
And they just keyed on Witten right there, the tight end, who's, again, primed to be the consensus #1 tight end in the league this season. And it's just double coverage. The safety was right there, corner was right there, and there was just no room to throw that ball to.
Just high point of the football, look that one in, and while Sorberg does now have 7 touchdowns on the season, does got 5 now interceptions as well. There's a lot of give and take with the tree at quarterback, as he's affectionately called by some folks here in the UFL. Play action by Cunningham, but he left too much time. That play took way too long to develop, and getting home again is this Wichita defense. This time, outside linebacker Donovan Holland.
Now, defense is playing really well. That was the first interception by Williams, by the way, on this last possession. But the sack right there for a big loss, Tyler. And you're not going to win too many games when you're facing 2nd and 19.
And with that passing attack being around middle of the pack in terms of UFL standing, they really rely on that run game to really get things going. But now we're going to be forced to throw maybe here on 2nd and long. Screen pass near side, and good little spin out of the tackle to gain a few extra yards by Mike O'Neal. Second catch of the game. Had no catches in the game last week.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have too many plays for 3rd and 15 plus. You do have a couple of plays for 3rd and 12, so let's see what they do.
Loader left side, that one out of reach of the defender, and another pick from Wichita. Danny Northcutt gets in on the fun.
And that's probably just the wind carrying the football forward, Tyler. That was completely overthrown by Cunningham. I mean, that is one-on-one coverage. You don't hate that matchup, but it was the as if the corner was the intended receiver. He was just overthrown by about 3 yards.
And Cunningham, after coming in week 3, that's already his 5th interception on the season, now goes above his touchdown mark of 4. And now here comes Solberg. It's these teams trading long bombs, unfortunately, to each other after the long bomb for a touchdown from Solberg. Quick hitter right side to begin the drive, and that one's broken up immediately.
Good coverage right there. I think that was just man-to-man coverage on the outside, and Shea, the speedster, doesn't have any room. I mean, if he breaks that tackle, who knows, Tyler? Probably he goes 50+ for another score.
EJ Sweeney from Auburn all over that one. Run right side, Delrow. He will gain nothing. And it's 3rd and 10 now for the Flyers.
We're taught on that tackle, nothing doing there, and both defenses are finally settling down in this ball game. Especially San Jose's.
Solberg with a 4-man rush pass underneath, caught. Good little comeback route, hauled in, first down. That'll move the chains for Darren Atkins. Another catch.
It's just showing great arm strength right there. Hopefully we get to see a replay on this one. Clean pocket and just a laser right there in between 2 different defenders. Not an easy throw. Not every quarterback can make that.
These DBs for the Outlaws just are going to have their hands full with all the offensive weapons that BK Solberg has at his disposal. Jared Spencer, unclaimed corner, couldn't find his way around in coverage. And that gives it this 1st and 10. This time play action. Solberg rolling. Now looking down the middle, wide open, inside the 20, trying to juke, but then collided with by 4 Outlaws. They're in the red zone, though.
And a dagger route is one of the most underrated routes, I believe, in football. You know, we love to talk about go routes and, you know, fades and posts, but if you catch the safeties sinking backwards and the linebackers are not following, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be wide open in the middle of the field.
RJ Gilmore in on the other end of that reception. Number 17 on the season, has yet to find the painted turf yet, but there's still plenty of time in the football. Delrow up the middle is met immediately in the backfield. He's actually going to lose a couple of yards. Getting there was defensive tackle Rajon Beasley.
Yeah, but I still like it by Wichita. You know, you have to keep some sort of balance, and eventually I think Delrow could have some good yardage on one of those runs.
And we have seen a lot of passing here for Wichita. Would love to get a comparison of run to pass ratio right now. For my money, it's right now at 80 to 20% of the plays have been passes so far. 10-2 coming from our AI expert / commissioner Cameron Irvine. I'm about right there at 80%. Solberg corner, that is also got touchdown again, and it's by none other by Timothy Shea, 2nd one of the game.
Just a crisp route. Again, no pressure, and running the corner route, puts it up high, and just Shea has the size and the fortitude really to just moss the defender. Speaking about former Vikings.
There you go. 11 catches this season, 4 touchdowns for Shea. He is a production machine for this green machine. The Flyers up 14-0.
Yeah, he's just looking good. I mean, outside of that interception in double coverage, when, you know, obviously Solberg was trying to connect deep for a touchdown and just really go for the dagger. I mean, that's just great production out of your different receivers. You know, first we saw the tight end, of course, Witten, and now Shea with 2 touchdowns.
So out comes the San Jose special teams unit again, and they're going to try and set up this offense for maybe a little bit more success. We saw them struggle to score points in their last game, just unable to do so, only able to muster 14 points in the loss. But at the end of the day, those 4 turnovers cost them, and right now already with a couple turnovers, things are looking eerily similar, but still plenty of football left to play.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is still the first quarter. You know, San Jose just needs an explosive play to be right back in it. The total yards, I mean, 123 to -1. This could change in a heartbeat.
Pass near side caught. Solid little pickup. That gains 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, you know, just find the open receiver right now. You know, it's a couple of interceptions on deep throws, but, you know, just find the open receiver and try to move the chains.
In the gun is Cunningham. Blitz coming from Wichita. Floater caught. First down for the Outlaws. Derek Culberson, the tailback, getting involved.
Yeah, nice execution right there on the wheel route that time. Good for a first.
Cunningham back in the gun. Will hand it off through the right side. Oh, Culberson nearly broke one, but he's dragged down by Brendan Bell, the defensive tackle by his shoestrings. And one thing that we're going to be looking at here is the production from these wideouts, Eddie Franz and Mike O'Neill. We've seen plenty of Mike O'Neill early tonight here, Ramos, but still yet to see Franz get too terribly involved here.
Yeah, and Franz has been mostly the most consistent receiver, I will say, this season for San Jose.
Left side here on second down. Cunningham looking that way. Coming back for it. Caught. And fighting for extra yards. The tight end, Craig Branch, but Markham a yard shy.
Third down and 1. You may want to spread the defense a little bit, but still run it. They go with 4 receivers, but I may run it here.
Floater, that one broken up at the last possible second. Again, looking for Branch.
4th and 1. Decision time here for San Jose. I think they're going to punt this one away. You know, still early in the ball game. And that's one that San Jose would like to have back.
And they do bring out the punting unit. Mason Foster set to boot this one deep. It's a pretty good punt. Angled to the near side, again, into the wind. The wind maybe knocking that ball down just a bit, but still, good job to get it inside the 20-yard line down to the 17. And out comes BK Solberg. Only 2 incompletions, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, only one of those incompletions, the interception. But he's been on point, and this is going to be another passing attempt.
Solberg, quick drop, looking near side. Again, it seems like the outside thirds of the field have been Wichita Flyer receiver territory early on in this game.
Yeah, but again, look at the protection. I mean, the time he has to throw the ball is just very impressive. And a linebacker against a receiver, it's not the best of matchups here for the defense.
Gilmore, another good catch from him tonight, his second. And again, Solberg alone again in the gun. 4-man rush. Solberg with time, looking right side, wide open receiver, past the 45 and out of bounds near the 46-yard line. Third reception for Darren Atkins.
Yeah, just wide open, you know, running that corner or that flag route. A little bit of pressure that time, but not enough. So another good throw is connected by one of his receivers, and Solberg is just throwing the football to everybody. You know, we've seen Witten, we've seen Shea, Atkins, we've seen the backs. I mean, it's, you know, just everybody gets the ball.
He is in full flow right now, full of confidence as they'll do play action, catching the defense off a little bit. That opens up Atkins again inside the San Jose 30. Down to the 27 they go. 26 yards.
Play action, seam route. That can be either 2 things, either a big explosive play or a hospital pass. Because you know the safety is right there, and that is kind of both, but a big play here for Atkins and Wichita again in scoring position.
They are just picking apart the San Jose secondary here at the moment. Seemingly only nothing they can do except wait for an errant pass. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Heavy blitz coming as Solberg gets it out down the sideline. Witten down to the 12-yard line.
I mean, just clinical right there, surgical here for Solberg and company as they're moving the ball with ease here on this drive.
Another good little pass. It's just a dump off, and it's San Jose who just sent the pressure, trying to get home quickly. But right now, San Jose just unable to cover on the back end. And we saw it again with Witten picking up a good chunk of yards and just outside the 10-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Still time in this game, but it's quickly evaporating in this first quarter. Maybe one more play before the end of it. Go with a run for Delrow through the middle. He has gone nowhere. He gets a yard after losing 2 on one of his earlier carries. Only 3rd carry of the game for Chris Delrow, as that takes us to the end of the quarter. 14-0. Here from Kansas, the Wichita Flyers flying high. Welcome back to UFL Week 5 action here on the Virtual Football Network. I'm Tyler Falk. He's Ramos Lynn. Wichita in the red zone trying to knock it in for some more points as Delrow gets the call and he gains another 3 yards, finally going positive tonight.
Yeah, and we saw Fresno's Chad Powers had 416 yards against San Jose, so this secondary is, can't be had, and Solberg is just dicing him up.
His season high of 363, throwing on the run and knocked backward. Finally, a little backbone from the San Jose defense. Landry Williams with a hit after a gain of 1. It's 4th and 5.
All right, so San Jose gets half a stop. They will, Wichita will attempt a field goal and make it 17-0. And, it's still, it's baby steps sometimes. Okay, you stop them. Force him only to a field goal. Now it's time for the offense to respond.
It's not over. It's not. The ball has not gone through those 2 uprights yet here, Ramos. We can't count our chickens before they hatch.
That's true.
So let's see. And they are kicking into the wind. Let's see what San Jose can do. Here from about 27 yards. That one easy does it, and they do get 17 points here at San Jose. And this crowd here in Kansas, loving every second of it.
Yeah, and just Wichita is playing their game right now, Tyler. I mean, that's exactly how they want to play the game. It's going to be efficient passing. It's going to be a lot of, spread, 4 receivers, tight end. And, so far, San Jose struggling against it.
Can't wait to see the attendance numbers from this game. Last 2 games, or first 2 games in the homestand, they've only seen the attendance grow. First home game, just over 45,000 here in Wichita. The last week, 46,000 showed up here for this game here in Wichita. And we'll see how many have showed up here to this one. Oh, here's a good return. Near side, cross the 50. Can he beat him? No. Down at the 41. A spark of life from BJ Sweetie.
Yeah, exactly. Getting exactly what they needed. You just get the ball in opposite territory already at the 41. Pretty much in scoring position, with the win. That San Jose really needs to capitalize. Even if they get 3 points, that's progress.
First time they're on the opposing side of midfield to begin a drive here. Today's corner blitz. This one is caught and turning up field. Derek Culberson gaining enough yards for first down.
Okay, so first down, ball at the 30. Now it's scoring range here for San Jose.
Cunningham will go under center. They're on the second play of the drive. Play action, Cunningham under trouble. He goes down again. 3rd sack of the game for Wichita. Deuce first of the game.
3 sacks here for the Flyers tonight. And again, just nobody open. Tight coverage on the outside. France absolutely glued to the corner, or the corner glued to France. and just nowhere to throw the ball to.
One thing I'm seeing a lot of San Jose not sending a whole lot of pressure, and Wichita sending a lot of delayed blitz. Saw a delayed corner blitz on the first play of the drive. Now we saw a delayed linebacker blitz here on the second. What do they come up with here? 2nd and 19. Cunningham back to pass, looking underneath. That is caught. Turning upfield, trying to break out of a tackle, and cannot. Santana Homan gaining 6. That'll make 3rd down a little more manageable. They still got 13 to go.
Yeah, the second time we have this situation. Wichita did come away with an interception last time we saw this situation here.
Cunningham gonna try and tuck it and run to the outside. Plenty of space, trying to juke for more yardage. Gets down to the 24, just a few yards shy. Smart play, and they might get their first points of the ball game with a field goal.
Yeah, again, nobody open. Cunningham has to scramble for it, and it's a tough task. It's a tall order to get about 13 yards at once with a quarterback scramble. But again, makes it about a 41-yard field goal attempt.
And the field goal is up, and it is good. Helped tremendously by the wind. That ball just was rocketed through the air with the help of that gusting 50-mile-an-hour wind here in Kansas.
Yeah, that would have been good probably from 55. And, I mean, again, progress here for San Jose. Get points on the board. Sometimes the first points are the hardest ones to get.
And they've got their ledger started. That can only mean good things for San Jose. Now their defense needs to stop Wichita's offense a little bit sooner in a drive rather than later, so that their offense can get back on the field.
Yeah, and it's never over here in the UFL. You know, we saw, Cincinnati against Los Angeles. I was in the commentary for that game. It looked like Los Angeles was going to win in a blowout, and Cincinnati just came back in the second half and took the game over. So it's never over.
Keep your eye on the UFL Instagram for an exciting collaboration announcement with its industrial leader as the UFL enters its second quarter of the season. The momentum is not slowing down. It's just getting started. Follow the UFL on Instagram at UFL.football. And now that announcement does have a date. That is Friday, April 10th. So a week from this Friday. Make sure you tune in to the Instagram page as Solberg in the gun will hand it off to Delrow through the middle. Best run of the night for Chris Delrow. He'll gain 5.
So, again, you have to keep the balance here, Tyler. I mean, the passing game is a strong suit, but you got to keep the balance.
Another run here from Delrow trying to sneak through that line. And this time only gaining 3, closed down quickly by the linebackers of San Jose. And it's 3rd and short. Four wide here for Solberg. They'll try and run for the 3rd straight play. Delrow pushing forward. Give it to him. Hard running from Delrow on 3 straight plays.
Yeah, and now is the point of the game also where Wichita is thinking of, tiring the defensive line of San Jose. And then how do you do that? You got to run the ball, right? You got to run the football, make those players run laterally. And that is going to open up more passing.
Solberg looking left side. That is caught on the run. Trying to make a man miss and fighting forward. Witten, the tight end, for a gain of 9.
Going to make it 2nd down and short. Solberg already with 200 plus on the night. And just a wide open shallow cross ran by Witten right there.
Only 161 yards from a season high for BK Solberg. Now, what do you do here on 2nd and short? Heavier set. Yeah, I would too here, Ramos. Heavier set on the line with the tight end Witten now moving from right to left in more of a fullback role. And they will go play action. Solberg middle, wide open again. 1st down and plenty more for RJ Gilmore. The play action killing San Jose at the moment.
Yeah, and that's why you keep that threat of the run game. You know, it's 2nd and 1. You can sell for the run. The linebackers are right there creeping 5 yards, you know, away from the line of scrimmage, and the wide receiver just runs right past them. And it's another big play for the Flyers.
Another different philosophy inside here. We've seen a lot of blitz zone from San Jose, but we've seen a lot of man blitz from Wichita. Floater near side that is caught. Here for a minimal gain, we bring in our AI expert Cameron Irvine, and that's the beauty of this league, is that teams have their unique identity, whether or not it's a zone blitz or a man blitz.
Yeah, that's right, Tyler. As Harper gets or Delrow gets another carry, but yeah, you know, it's very interesting. There's so many different components of the playbook. Even here in Week 5 in the UFL, we are constantly seeing parts of playbooks and components of playbooks that we have not seen before. There's a lot of different blitz packages in there, and teams really have an opportunity if they're trying to reshape their defensive identity to try to figure out what that identity is, whether it's zone blitz or man blitz or it's press or it's just zone coverage. So there's a lot of different options out there, and we're just scratching the surface, I think, at all the different identities that can be out there in this league.
Thank you, Cam, as Beasley gets the stop here on 3rd and short. 2 straight drives where the San Jose defense will force Wichita to try a field goal. They are kicking into the wind here, so this 40-yarder, not an easy one, but it will sail through those painted posts, and it's back out to a 17-point lead. Wichita 20, San Jose 3.
Yeah, good drive here by the Flyers. You surrender 3 points, but then you cancel that with 3 points on your own. So we are back to what we were a few minutes ago, a 17-point lead, and just this passing game still cooking. By the way, the announcement that we mentioned, just to clarify, Friday the 11th is going to be the announcement. So still this Friday, well, this upcoming Friday. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Ramos. Time for San Jose to get a move on. Now, they did get points in the last drive, and it all has to start somewhere. Every comeback does. Now it's time for another good return, as the last one got them on the other side of the midfield. This time they'll be stopped at their own 31-yard line. Thomas with a 15-yard return. That is where the Outlaws will take over. And here comes Cunningham. We saw a little bit of the magic he can do with his legs on the last drive, and he will have to rely on his arm, I think, a little bit more toward the latter stages of this half to get the ball down the field. Good pocket, tucks it and runs, and what do you know? Gonna try and take it and run. Good block, trying to stay in bounds and sliding forward, giving himself up after a 5-yard gain. Seemed like he was on a magic carpet ride trying to weave in and out of traffic.
Yeah, and for a comeback to happen, sometimes it has to come from a place, an unexpected source. You know, again, for Cincinnati, we see a flag. For Cincinnati, for example, against Los Angeles, it was a blocked field goal, right? So maybe we'll take something like special teams play for San Jose if they want to come back.
A lot of movement on the line. They'll say it's against the offense, so that'll negate the scramble by Cunningham. 4-man rush, pass right side on a slant that is caught, and a flag thrown late. Let's get the call. Face mask on Wichita. That's a free first down for the Outlaws.
That's the first catch of the game, I'm pretty sure, for Mike O'Neill, who had no catches last week. So finally Cunningham able to connect with his wide receiver.
He's got 3 or 4 at the moment in this game here. Ramos is now, it's time for another pass. Now on the other side of midfield. Going the second time in the game. Run right side. Culberson gains only a couple as he's bottled up after 3.
By the way, a little bit more penalties that we've seen so far this season. At least, you know, maybe, you know, the moment, but quite a few penalties here in the first half.
We've seen a lot of false starts, a lot of offsides in the entirety of the last couple of weeks. We've seen a lot of face mask calls. Just players are getting a little bit too handsy. Yeah. That run good for 4, and it brings up 3rd and short.
Maybe a good situation. I was going to say play action. There's no back in the backfield.
Well, unfortunately, we can't call the plays. This is the pass underneath. That's still caught. It's still good for a first down. Santana Holman moves the chains, and we hit the 2-minute warning. San Jose driving. They're down by 17. This is the UFL on BFN. Welcome back to Wichita, Kansas. Tyler Falk and Ramos Lynn here on the call. Glad to have your company for the final 2 minutes here of this half. Cunningham dumps it off near side for Culberson. He jukes backward. That might lose them a couple if they didn't say he tried to go forward. In fact, it does. A loss of 3.
Yeah, you get no forward progress for that. He intently went backwards. Just nobody open down the field. And at this point, you got to just run forward, see what you can get. Even if you get half a yard. You know, it's not a good idea trying to reverse field when you have 4 defenders chasing.
I see what he's trying to do, trying to make a miss, but might need to go the other way. A lot of east to west run, and needs to go maybe more north to south, as it'll be second down here for San Jose. They bleed some of this clock. Cunningham with time, looking middle. That's caught inside the 10. Good catch. It'll be first and goal. Craig Branch, the tight end.
And what you want to do here is to score, but not too quickly. You don't want to give a high-flying offense, no pun intended, in Wichita a chance to score again. So, don't call a timeout. Take your time, huddle back up.
Branch, the team's leading receiver in terms of receptions coming into tonight. Now it is first and goal. From the 8-yard line, Cunningham with time, quick dump off, nearly batted away by 2 defenders.
Wow, if he catches that ball, it's probably a pick 6. Tyler, as San Jose catches a break right there, trips. We'd like to see some type of crossing routes here, Tyler.
We've seen a couple of TDs from this Wichita defense to the back of the end zone. That is caught! Touchdown, San Jose! The Outlaws get on the board with a touchdown. Mike O'Neill gets his first touchdown.
That is just a wheel route right there, and the corner gets lost. Maybe he thought he was going to just go to the sideline, to the flats, but O'Neill turns it upfield, and we see on the pylon cam, obviously, easy touchdown. He had like 4 feet in bounds. And that's a phenomenal drive here by San Jose.
Second total touchdown of the season, first of the game. And this to have the total for Wichita. Extra point is up and good, 20-10. Now your score line with 1:06 to go. Left in the first half after an 8-play, 2-minute, 50-yard drive. Cunningham 5 of 6 on the drive.
Still 1:06 left. Wichita has 3 timeouts. They want to be in field goal range. They will need to get a little bit farther than usual. Probably they need to get to about the 28-yard line to feel comfortable with a field goal attempt. But hey, with this high-flying offense, you cannot dismiss it.
So here's some of the unique rules about the 2-minute drill drive, and right now for Wichita, they're going to get the ball back at their own 20-yard line. They'll be at the 25-yard line. That's what we call possibly the give-up zone, and our AI expert Cameron Irvine will educate us a little bit more on this area of the field.
Yeah, actually, Tyler, we just made that adjustment. So what was happening is that we had the give-up zone at the 24-yard line. What was happening, or the 25-yard line, what was happening is they'd come out and they'd run, and then they'd call a timeout because they're beyond the 25. We changed that to the 20. So now when you have a touchback on a kickoff, you're automatically outside the give-up zone right away, and there you see BK Solberg gets aggressive. So it's a waste of a timeout if you're just going to use first down to run 3 yards. Now they have the full drive and timeouts at their disposal.
Thank you, Cam. That last pass to Gilmore almost caught. He couldn't haul it in traffic. Solberg now lofting on the run. It's just a bit too far. Oh, he had Delrow in stride. Just a bit too far. Into the wind, Ramos.
Yeah, into the wind. I mean, that speaks volumes of the arm strength of Solberg, but also the fact that probably he's trying to overcompensate for the wind. And, sometimes you try to calculate it and fail at doing so.
Another pass. This one caught on the run. Across midfield. Down to the 48-yard line. A brilliant catch of 27 yards for Gilmore. He brought that one in this time.
Yeah, after that previous play, he's able to have a better, grasp of how the wind is against him, and delivers a perfect ball in stride. And again, we mentioned at the start of the drive, Wichita, it just takes a couple of plays and they will be right there in scoring position.
Now for the 48, under 30 seconds to go. Quick hitter underneath that is caught. Atkins, and there's the first timeout from Wichita with just over 20 seconds to go with 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, 2nd and 6, ball at the 44. I fully expect Wichita to keep it on the passing game. But, that can open up, because you still have 2 timeouts, right? 24 seconds. You can still throw the ball short. If you find your running back wide open in the flat, or doing a Texas route or whatever, you can still give it to him.
Draw going nowhere. Delrow eaten alive. And Wichita are forced to call their 2nd timeout. And sometimes that draw play works, Ramos, but not that time.
And it was just a bad snap. Again, maybe the wind. It's one of those things where the wind affects everything in a ball game. And so maybe the wind just, lifted that ball probably a foot too high.
Solberg in the gun again. 4 wide receivers looking to throw. He's going to air it out into the wind, into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Chris Delrow! Solberg with a cannon of an arm strikes again.
Wow, I mean, you know your receiving core is good when the running back mosses a defender. Like that is unbelievable. One-on-one, that's a matchup you like on the defensive side. It's a safety against a running back in the passing game. And Rucker just unable to get enough vertical on it. And, I mean, Wichita scores another touchdown with time to spare.
First touchdown of any kind on the season for Delrow. Puts Wichita's lead back to 17, 27-10. 307 passing yards for BK Solberg. The air show living up to their namesake of the Flyers. Flying high.
Been the deep throws that has been killing San Jose. It's not been a lot of dink and dunk passes that, yards after the catch. It's been deep throws. We've seen go routes. We've seen post routes. We've seen daggers. We've seen a little bit of everything.
13 seconds left. San Jose will get the football, and they're going to have to return this one. Because this kicking in the wind, starting from around the 13-yard line, and nothing doing for Sweeney this time. They will be stopped at the 31-yard line, and they're going to be set to work with 10 seconds to go here in the first half. Cunningham will look to pass, looking right side for a quick out that is caught, but out of bounds goes Branch. No gain.
Yeah, and with 5 seconds, you try to probably get a deep throw in there, 5 seconds. But I know this is not the give up zone, as we just spoke, but just want to keep it a little bit conservative, probably.
5 seconds to go. Cunningham going to try and just dump it off near side. That is caught by Culberson. Ball secured. Almost trying to force a fumble. But that will stay in the firm grasp. Culberson as we go to the half. 27-10. We've got an air show here at the moment from these Wichita Flyers. Every single stats category except for running in firm control of Wichita here, Ramos. Give us your keys to the second half.
I mean, for San Jose, it's just forcing a turnover, right? The pressure is not getting to the quarterback. What you can do is probably, make Solberg pay with an interception, and really just take it from there. It's for San Jose, they need an explosive play outside of their offense at this point, I believe. Maybe a return, maybe an interception, maybe a fumble. They need to steal a possession from the Flyers.
And so we welcome you back here to Wichita, Kansas. Tyler Falk and Ramos Lynn here on the call for the first Week 5 primetime game here this week. Plenty more action to come, but we pause for special identification and league rights.
This presentation of the UFL is intended for the private use of our audience. Any accounts or descriptions of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
And we are back and underway here from Kansas, and Sweeney trying to get it out to the right-hand side. Nothing doing here this time. They're down by 17, and Cunningham has been taking some punishment, taking a lot of sacks. 3, we can count him, do with the last one.
And he's also trying to scramble, gotten some positive yardage, but at the same time, being hit pretty hard. So, this offensive line has to keep him clean, and Cunningham has to make some quick decisions also.
All-purpose yard just over 100 compared to over 300 for Wichita. Cunningham rolling to try and find some space, gets bottled up. Now he's free. Juke move. That was nasty. Completely juking the man out of his shoes and getting 7 yards.
Yeah, and sometimes, it's about trying to get the extra yardage because, 2nd and 3 now. It's looking favorable here for San Jose.
Cunningham underneath, caught and on the run. Up to the 46-yard line. Goes Branch. That's Shante Thomas, 4-string wide receiver.
It's 1st and 10. That's a solid start for the drive. 4 receivers.
There's a run through the middle. Culberson. It's 12 yards on 4 carries. That one going for 4.
Plenty of time here. Obviously, the entirety of the second half still left to play. You can still keep the balance.
Pass, blocked over the middle. Just shot his hand up there to the Al Whitley. He's got 2 pick sixes on the season so far.
Yes. Yeah. Wide set. And maybe some type of crossing pattern. One going out, one going in.
And it looked like a screen, but the pass hits off the helmet of his own lineman. And Cunningham shake his head as he goes back to the sideline. It's 4th down.
And it was looking pretty decent, Tyler. He had a little bit of a convoy ahead of him, and I think that was going to be enough for 6 yards at least on a 1st down, but allows another punt here for San Jose.
Foster will get it out of bounds the 10-yard line. He has been excellent tonight. Punting into the wind, punting with the wind, still with a very accurate leg. And that will force Wichita to go 90 yards if they want to hit pay dirt. And there's that quarterback again, BK Solberg. Over 300 yards in the first half, and he's set to do some more damage here in the second half.
60 Outlaw.
Formation this time.
First time we've seen him go under the gun in this formation. Quick hitter near side. Oh my goodness. And they lost the ball, which San Jose recover. It's going to be a scoop and score. Wow, how quickly things can change. Will Todd with a touchdown.
We'll see if this one stands. He gets hit.
Oh, that's close.
And I don't know if the back hits first. For right now, San Jose has a touchdown. Good recognition right there by the DB. Does he have even possession, Tyler? That's another question.
BJ Sweeney.
I don't think this is enough to overturn it, and that's exactly what we're talking about, right? They need something like that. A scoop and score, a pick six, something like that to get back into the game.
No challenge. San Jose touchdown. Extra point up and good from Brady Palmer, and the lead is cut down again to 10.
Okay, now, we had a 17-point game. It was 17-0, and then it was 20-3, and now San Jose mounting a little bit of a comeback. I don't think he had possession, but at the same time, I think that was a lateral as well. So
backwards pass.
That's a free ball.
Backwards pass, never controlled. Regardless of what happened, it would have been a fumble. And so Will Todd gets a scoop and score touchdown, forced out by unclaimed corner BJ Sweeney. And it's 27-17. And that kickoff gonna go hit the back of the end zone and the padding. And so here comes Solberg again. 20-24, 3 touchdowns. And I won't credit him with the fumble, but got to quickly get rid of that in your mind and get to work again. This time going from the gun after being backed up at their own 10-yard line. Delrow trying to go off tackle. And that one only gaining 2. And total numbers, 326 total yards for Wichita and only 121 for San Jose, but they still find themselves only down by 10. Solberg near side, the out route, another good catch. Another first down, Timothy Shea.
Another phenomenal throw. Again, that's a timing route. And it's a little bit of a comeback route right as the receiver makes the cut, because if you're too late, that you're leading your receiver out of bounds. If you're too early, maybe that's an interception. So great timing on the play for another first.
Flex the tight ends back here. Solberg, 5-step drop, looking left side, underneath, caught again. The stop routes, out routes, corner routes. Money for Wichita.
They've been sensational on timing routes. You know, what we call timing route is, you know, last drop back, just throw the ball.
Safety coming down from the left-hand side. It's a blitz that way. Flip out to Delrow, and he cannot get going forward. Connor Fleming, the unclaimed linebacker, takes him down behind the line for a loss of 1.
It's a great tackle in the open field. 5th solo tackle. Fleming right there. And again, if you don't make the tackle, it's about, you know, the third line of your defense. But by that point, maybe Delrow has 10 plus.
Ready. 8-3.
2nd and 11, and Wichita coming out in an I with one lone wide receiver right side. Last time they were in this, there was a fumble. This time they'll just try and run. Backup tailback in the give. That's Donovan Gable, and he will get the yard lost on first down.
It's a good stop here for San Jose, because what Wichita is trying to do is probably get about half of it. Right, they'll get 5 yards, make it a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. But now instead it's 3rd and 10. Look for the slot player here at 81. Witten.
Instead, look for the deep out. That's caught. First down, Darian Atkins. One of BK Solberg's trusted receivers, 7th grab of the night.
Yeah, that's an awesome concept. You know, we're probably going to see it here on this replay, barely. I mean, Witten goes to the flat, and that forces Watson, the defender, to go with him. So he cannot sink deep enough to get to Atkins. You know, he has to focus on the number 1 tight end in the league, and Atkins just runs right behind him and gets a first down.
Solberg stepping back, hitting Witten underneath, and that's a good gain of over 10 yards. That'll move the chains.
25 of 29 here for Solberg. I mean, that's the definition of dealing, and he's been throwing the ball down the field. I mean,
Just needs
it's not only screen passes and just, like, you know, smoke screens.
Just needs a single yard to hit his season high, and Solberg with plenty of time looking. That is caught. That has more than a yard down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal. Delrow on another grab.
The protection, I mean, the protection is amazing, and that allows the receivers, in this case Delrow, to go in some sort of like scramble drill and try to find an opening, and he does.
Run through the middle. That's gonna be marked just shy. Gable nearly had it.
I will challenge this if I'm Wichita. From this angle, it looked like he might have been in, Tyler.
With a 10-point cushion, every point still counts, with San Jose starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Handoff, Delrow breaking through 1 and then pushing forward. Touchdown. First rushing touchdown of the season for Chris Delrow.
Took him a few games, but Delrow now with a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. 3 defenders right there in the area, but none of them can get a grasp of Delrow. And again, it's the second situation where a scoring play for San Jose gets neutralized with a scoring play from Wichita.
Snap spot kick is up and good. 34-17. Wichita just wanting to maintain a 17-point advantage, and they continue to play very entertaining football for this nearly sold-out crowd here in Kansas.
$34 points here for Wichita, just 2.5 quarters in is super impressive.
Right now, this Wichita team ties what they did against Austin with 34 points. That's good for a tie for 19th in terms of most points scored in a UFL game coming into the week. And it is official, a full wideout, 47,376 people in this building, in these seats. One of the top attendance numbers of the season. And we'll shoot it over to Cameron Irvine to, how do we calculate everybody here? We don't really have ticket stubs here in the UFL, do we?
No, and we found some amazing things when getting ready for this season and for this league. We actually found that there are actually 47,376 individual people in this stadium right now. Each single person has been placed in a specific XYZ coordinate in the stadium. It's unbelievable. All the stadiums have different capacities that are not quite to real-life scale, I guess, but pretty close. And Wichita, with one of the largest actual stadiums in the UFL, and this is their first sellout tonight, we take on-field performance into consideration, primetime game into consideration, fan base into consideration, market size, et cetera, et cetera. So Wichita gets the sellout tonight, and there literally is 47,376 people at this game tonight.
Thank you, Cam. And San Jose off to a good start on their drive. Counter, right side, Culberson trying to get back inside. Well, just one move too many. He halts his progress. He needs 3.
I think that was too fancy, Tyler. I don't know about you, but I think Cameron Irvine counted every single person just by hand with paper and pencil.
That would be something. I wouldn't put it past him. Floater near side. Oh, and the run. Oh, what a shoestring. Touchdown saving tackle by Treyon Knox. It's nearly a first down for all his efforts. You take a look at some of the scores from earlier today. Dakota with a 4-point win in a very low-scoring game. New Orleans over Milwaukee. There's going to be the first down after an encroachment. It'll be a free first down. Austin over Montana. That one also another good game. You're in week 5. Florida falling. Look at these scores, man. As LA dominating the Avengers, and it's 2nd and 11.
I mean, the Aztecs in Spouts, they have looked like they have the potential of being the most dominant team in the UFL, right? It's not as consistent this season. They're 3-2, but when they're on, they're absolutely unstoppable.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. I'm gonna come back to you.
Cunningham, quick hitter on a slant that is caught. First down, and this drive continues. Eddie Franz calling that one in.
Good drive again here for San Jose, who found their footing offensively here in the second half.
They're stacking the wide receivers, looking for a screen, and then it's working. This one gonna go for a good amount of yards. Up to the 26-yard line. That'll give 6 yards.
6th reception of the night by Mike O'Neill.
Cunningham under center. 3 wide, off to his right, 1 to his left. Going to look to his right. That one cut. Now the out routes now favoring San Jose. Holman with the grab there. Another first down.
Yeah, they're found their routes, right? Wichita is throwing the deep routes, the daggers, the goes, the post routes. San Jose doing it a little bit differently.
And looking, Culberson juking back inside, finally showing off a little bit of that caliber that made him one of the best backs in the league to this point. Only has 30 tonight.
It's a big drive here for San Jose. Will need a lot if they can score a touchdown, especially if it's still here in the third quarter. We have still a full quarter to go, just down 2 possessions.
Well, 30 seconds to go. Cunningham trying to hit somebody on the outside, but led him too far out of bounds, looking for the halfback Burden.
31 right now. The most important thing is the first down, so I'll not be surprised if they try to run it again here.
Rips off to Cunningham's right. Delayed handoff. Culberson crushed. Holland there with the stop. Second TFL tonight. And it's 4th and 3 and decision time for San Jose.
What a way to make the stop here behind the line of scrimmage, as Reed first makes the counter block and then Holland cleans it up. And San Jose has no option here. They have to kick it.
Out comes Brady Palmer with the wind from about 30 yards from near the left hash. And they won't get it off. We'll come back in the fourth quarter and find out what happens. 34-17. Flyers on top of the Outlaws. You're watching the UFL on the Virtual Football Network. And now with a turn of the page, with 12 minutes to go in the game, San Jose will try and go for it. 4th and 3, handoff, Culberson eaten alive in the backfield again. Brendan Bell with a 4th down stop. Wichita will take over on their own 12.
And that's why they didn't kick the ball at the end of the third quarter, I guess, is just to try to catch the defense off guard with another run. You know, if you're going to go for it on 4th and 3, normally you expect a pass, but the Flyer defense all over it. And wow, what a decision here by San Jose.
And how about that decision to change the quarter? It changes everything. Cam, what do you think about that?
That is exactly right, Tyler. And unfortunately for San Jose, now you can say a number of things. Number one, Wichita now has the wind at their back, and so you know that is an advantage for the Flyers. Number two, your defense has not really gotten any stops outside of that one forced fumble that was returned for a touchdown. So once this particular logic applies to the fourth quarter, just as you said, Tyler, there is no timer that is specific to this logic. But if you are down by more than a touchdown and a field goal, essentially you're doing the math, the possession math. There's 12 minutes left. You have a 4th and 3. You're down 3 scores. You might as well go for it. If it was in the third quarter, they would have kicked it. But because it went to the fourth quarter, a different logic and a different line of code kicks in there. So there's always going to be a threshold in these things, but technically that was the correct decision, because you would want them to do that with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Maybe not as much with 12 minutes to go in the fourth, but the same line of code still applies.
But how about this defense here, Cameron Irvine and Ramos Lynn? They come up and they force Wichita to a 3 and out and force a punt. So maybe not all is lost here for the Outlaws.
Yeah, and I mean, if San Jose gets the first down, I mean, they look like geniuses, right?
Oh my gosh, look at that wind.
Oh my God.
Punting from inside his own 10-yard line, gets it all the way down to the San Jose 7. That's got to be the biggest punt in UFL history.
Well, one of them, we did see Cincinnati and Los Angeles also had like tornado level of winds. And I think we had like what was it, like an 85-yard punt in that game. Well, this one was a 71-yard punt, but just as impressive as they pin him inside the 10.
So from their own 7, Cunningham in his end zone gets it out on the screen pass just in time, getting a good blocks. Culberson down the sideline to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 19.
Wow, Cunningham barely got rid of it. You know, if he doesn't, that's a for sure safety, as the defensive lineman just didn't have enough speed. Neither did number 98 right there on the outside. It's a good play here by San Jose.
Let's take a look again, just the milliseconds from disaster that ultimately turned to positive yards for Culberson. They're going to go no huddle here with just over 10 to go, but down by 3 scores. They got to go. Cunningham running out of time. Down he goes. A loss of 7. Another sack for Wichita. Second of the game for Reed.
And Reed has been sensational in this game. Last drive, he blew up the play on the 3rd down. Didn't get the tackle, but he made the counter block to blow the play up.
Cunningham gonna look underneath here. Culberson with, oh, what a move! Back to the original line of scrimmage. He is putting on a show here at the moment as they'll try and go no huddle. Full 10-second runoff. No spikes. They gotta keep going. Under 9.5 to go. Pass on the seam. Can't find his man. Craig Branch, the tight end. 4th and 10. They gotta go. They might need to go.
They might. And that's in the hands of the receiver and unable to come up with it. You got to help your quarterback a little bit, Tyler.
And they are going to go. 4th and 10. Just over 9 to go. Cunningham going to try and tuck it in, run. Open field. He slid just a yard shy.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
1st and down. Wichita, they take over on downs.
Yeah, he just miscalculated that one. Maybe he thought he had just enough for a 1st down, but not quite. He tries to go forward. I know it's the linebacker, but man, you got to put your body on the line a little bit, Tyler. You know, just put a shoulder down, try to get that extra yard.
And that will bring up another Wichita possession. They're going to go into the pistol here. Special thanks to High Speed Failure. Appreciate the compliment. Tyler Falk and Ramos Lynn here on this one. Oh my Lanta. Good night, sunshine.
Just 1 yard on the play. Wichita right now, they only care about, keeping the clock ticking, I think. They're just going to run the football a couple times.
Yeah, if I'm Chris Delrow, I don't want to run that play again because that got me blown up as Delrow gets a good run here on 2nd down. A better run where he takes a much easier hit.
3rd down and 3. Again, the clock keeps ticking. 8 minutes left here in regulation. Don't discount a play action pass here, though.
Instead, they run. Delrow trying to fight for it, but again, another clutch tackle by a left outside linebacker, unclaimed Connor Fleming, the captain of that front 7, who has been Mr. Clutch Tackle all night long.
He really has, and now Wichita has the decision. Do they go for it on 4th and short, or do they kick the field goal? I will kick it. But they're going to
go for it
from the field.
They want to keep milking this clock. They're just going to try and go. Fullback dive. That gets the job done inside the 20.
And for the Flyers, they recognize their strong suit, as well as the defense is played. The strong suit is the offense. So, just give the ball to your best core of players.
Solberg, 5-step drop, looking near side, bottle, and picked! Back the other way! Goes the Outlaws all the way down the field! No one can catch him! The game ain't over yet, says Donovan Rucker! All the way back to the house! Touchdown, San Jose! 91-yard pick six!
2nd defensive touchdown here for the Outlaws. Great coverage. I mean, obviously Rucker gets the interception return for 6, but what about the coverage right there on the outside? And the offensive lineman is just not going to catch a safety.
Well, how the turntables. Now it's back to a 10-point lead, and Wichita, this lead's slipping. It's been slipping. We've gone back and forth between a 17-point lead and a 10-point lead. 2 turnovers from Wichita. Both have resulted in points directly by the defense for San Jose. 34-24, your score.
Wow.
Just under 7 to go, Ramos.
And it's worth noting, you know, again, the wind does favor Wichita, but San Jose just with those defensive plays, keeping him in the ball game, and with 6:45, you know, all of a sudden, some of the pressure is on Wichita. You know, as I know they've been, you know, overall throughout the game the better team, and they're at home and everything, but you know, a 10-point lead is the most dangerous lead sometimes that you can have here in football. It's almost like a 2-0 lead in soccer.
Well, some teams call a 25-point lead the most dangerous lead in football, especially if you're from the Georgia area. Anywho, that return goes for 17 yards, and they'll be starting this drive on their own 32. And we shoot it back over to the AI expert, Kevin Irvine, about San Jose going no huddle on their last possession.
Yeah, even though it was a 4 and out, basically, think about the time that San Jose saved. They accelerated the pressure of this game by getting into the no huddle as quickly as possible. As Shea's got loose again. Man, he's such a good player. But, you know, San Jose probably saved, what, maybe 80 seconds, 90 seconds by going no huddle. And a minute and a half in this kind of game, 5 minutes is totally different than 6.5 down 10.
Second and, I'm going to say an Adam. Blitz coming. Solberg underneath, caught with room to run. Up the field, it's Witten, those league's leading tight end, to the 44-yard line. Solberg still slinging it. He wants over 400 passing yards here today.
As we said, the record so far this season, 416, so 18 yards away for Solberg here.
Solberg again going to throw underneath. That is caught. Now he's over 400 yards, 403, trying to tie another quarterback against San Jose that had that mark. That being Fresno's Chad Powers.
Two receivers in the area. Witten comes down with that catch. And I mean, again, that's their offense, Tyler. I mean, they're going to keep slinging the ball because that's the best thing they do.
They're with the win, so they are more than likely in field goal range, even from this far out. Handoff, Delrow right side, bounces off a wimpy tackler, cuts it back to the left, and gets a first down. Now up to 44 yards on the day.
How about the balance right there by Delrow, the strength and the balance. You know, that should have been a tackle for no gain, and instead he gets a first down.
Now they're going to try and slow it down, and now they're going to play more conservative. Another run. No, play action. Solberg, does he have time? Stepping back in the pocket. Look at how much time he's got, and he airs it out looking for Witten, and it's just a bit too far.
Great coverage downfield for San Jose because Solberg had all day. I mean, he could have taken it to a 2-minute warning the way this was going, so great job by the secondary.
Safety coming down. It'll be a blitz. Solberg underneath. That is caught and running down the field for a good gain inside the 20-yard line. I think that's a lineman. That's Bradshaw, who is eligible for a catch, and he brings it in.
Well, that's a way to get the all-time UFL record of passing yards in a game. Just dump it to your tackle.
It's backup center, Grady Krautman.
Yes. Protecting the ball with his life, too.
Tackle eligible? How about center eligible? When have you ever heard that before? Solberg from the 18-yard line. Down near side. Caught inside the 5. First and goal to Timothy Shea. Wichita trying to put this one away.
And some of these passes, you know, they may look routine because that's how he makes it look, but it's not easy.
Solberg going to throw again. Going to throw in the middle and looking for Witten, couldn't find him.
Onto the feet of the tight end. 3:40 left here in the fourth quarter. If San Jose forces a field goal, it's still not the end of the game.
Solberg asked if he wants Delrow to run it in, but instead he's going to try and pass it in. Solberg with time, looking middle. There's Witten. Touchdown, Wichita. Leaving it back out to 16-17, pending an extra point. First receiving touchdown of the game. Wichita over 40 points. The Green Machine charge on.
Great protection in a lane right there for Witten to get wide open. back of the end zone for another touchdown here for the Flyers. And again, we've been going back and forth. 17-point lead, 10-point lead, 17-point lead.
I'll take a quick review here. And Witten, I think he does get 3 feet in bound. But, yep, that's a great catch from the league's leading tight end. 40 points. It'll be 41 points. This will be the most points scored by Wichita this early in the season, regardless of how the outcome shakes out. In terms of where it stands right now, in terms of everybody, this game right now sits at a tie for 4th in the league coming into the week. It'll be probably a tie for 5th after one of the games earlier this week took place with 41 points. But if you liked what you heard tonight, there's more UFL Primetime and UFL Game Night on Thursday. But the Primetime match is with Wichita's rivals Dallas. They'll take on Cleveland in Ohio. Michael Torillo and John Warren will be on the call. Can't wait for that one, Ramos. 2 standout broadcasters in their own right. Michael Torillo calling games for not just the football program, but baseball program for Bethune-Cookman University. And now Wichita, at the moment, joins Cincinnati and Rochester as the last of the unbeatens, sitting at 4-0.
And all 3 teams doing it in different ways. Just to prove that you can win in many ways here in this league.
Cincinnati will play on game night this Thursday. Cunningham will tuck it and run. He'll slide down short of the line to gain again. This for a pickup of 4. A good start to week 5 here, Ramos. What a good night for football. Wichita having a lot of explosive plays. Solberg came as promised. This entire Wichita Flyer team showed up as promised, and San Jose sparky in their attempts here to keep up with Wichita, but just didn't have the right spark plugs in and couldn't completely match play. Still 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Still time. They've got to get a move on. Cunningham airing it out, corner out at the 50, caught. Good catch. And out of bounds. That should stop the clock. Santana Holman.
Good catch right there on the sideline. Good protection. Pass to the outside, 2 feet in bounds. And the possession of the ball as the entire sideline makes the sign before the referee does. And first down for San Jose.
3 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in regulation. Over 3 minutes to go. As another run here from Cunningham. Going to try and direct traffic, and he picks up 11. Good run from Cunningham. Stays in bounds, though. Clock will roll. They'll try and hustle back to the line.
Yep. First down and 10. 2:45. Still have a chance for probably 3 plays before the 2-minute warning.
Look at her underneath that gain. Maybe about 4 or 5. I'll bring up second down, and for more on the league schedules, standings, stats, rankings, and more, visit the UFL League website at UFL.football and claim your player today. You can help your favorite team succeed there too by just being a fan, declaring your fandom. UFL.football, the official home of everything UFL. Passed a bit too far to the outside, incomplete. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go on the scoreboard.
3rd down and 6, obviously 4th down territory. Just find the open receiver, even if it's somebody underneath.
Punch set left side. Cunningham on 3rd down, looking middle. It is almost intercepted about 4 times.
Yes.
Finally falls incomplete.
4th and 6 here for San Jose. This is the ball game here for the Outlaws. A little bit of separation, but not the best of throws right there by Cunningham.
Middlebrooks all over that. Got his fingertips to it. Then the safety drops down. Reginald, and he couldn't haul it in. Then Middlebrooks had it again, but he couldn't haul it in. And now Cunningham gets another chance here on 4th down with 2:14 left to go in regulation. 5-man rush. Cunningham. Middle. Too hot. Ball falls incomplete. Third turnover on downs tonight for San Jose.
Yeah, that's just an errant throw right there by Cunningham. Clean pocket, wide open receiver. Yeah, and that's been the difference in the game, Tyler, I feel. You know, Solberg has been able to connect with those receivers, and just Cunningham a couple of times has been unable to put the ball in the right spot.
So here comes the Wichita offense. They should just milk the rest of this clock. Here as Solberg goes under center. What a phenomenal night from him. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and just 1 pick. I think he's my player of the game tonight here, Ramos.
Yeah, I mean, you have a few selections to choose from. You know, overall, I will give it to Brett Solberg. But, you know, the entirety of Wichita has been a collective effort, and they play a sensational game.
Defense as well being stout as we hit the 2-minute warning. 41-24. Your score here from Kansas. Story of the night been wind, and you can see the Flyers just had enough wind underneath their sails tonight. They flew away with this one. They've tried to maintain a 17-point lead. They have done up to this point. Now they'll try and see out this game. Solberg back in the gun. 3rd and 3. Might he try and throw for the first down? He will. Play action. It's caught San Jose off guard a couple times tonight. Airing it out deep down the field. Triple coverage. That one nearly picked again. Instead, it falls incomplete. Clock will stop. San Jose get another chance.
Yep, with 1:16 left here in the 4th quarter. Another clean pocket, just trying to throw it into coverage. Just trying to get an explosive play. And unable to do so. Textbook right there by the defensive backfield. Watson gets the knockdown. But again, with the win on their side, I'm expecting another boot right here from the punter.
And it is nearly blocked. He does get it away. And with the win, that's going to, go all the way to the backboard. And so San Jose will start on their own 20. This drive, just more for pride and for Cunningham to maybe get some more confidence with his receivers. Again, it's only played in now just his 3rd game of the first 5 games coming in week 3. It's still trying to get some confidence with his receivers and trying to build some confidence with the O-line, which has struggled to keep him upright here tonight. Culberson gets the check down after nothing else is open. And they will just try and work on situational plays right now as they're going to keep the timeouts, go to the no huddle, and play for pride. Cunningham. Floater left side. Culberson stopped up short. There's the timeout we were looking for.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10 here for San Jose. And another thing that really hasn't worked to their benefit is that nobody really is open down the field. We've seen Wichita's receivers get open down the field all night long, and for San Jose, it's just not been there. They're trying. It looks like they're trying to get those go routes and deep posts and deep corners, but just nobody's getting open.
Pass middle, broken up. Would have been a fantastic grab because Branch climbed the ladder, couldn't haul it in. 4th down upcoming for San Jose.
A little bit of a floater right there by Cunningham, and that's the good old hospital pass. Just throw it to the side, where the linebacker is right there in your ribs.
Pass looking near side, incomplete. Another turnover on downs. Couldn't maintain the pressure. These Flyers defense flying all over the place. And that will almost be that. 0 of 4 on 4th down tonight for San Jose. And Wichita will kneel this one out.
That's a very good throw. I mean, that's off the hand of the receiver. And you got to help your quarterback out. I know it's a difficult catch, but you got to help your quarterback out. And the defense, you said it, from Wichita. I mean, they only allowed 10 points. We saw 2 defensive touchdowns for San Jose. They only allowed 2 touchdowns.
Ready? 51 to Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
All right. Then Solberg kneels it down one time. And the clock will expire. The Wichita Flyers with an explosive night here tonight. They go on to win this one 41-24. A brilliant game here at home in front of a sold-out crowd. They move to 4-0 here in the young season. Early contenders for maybe a power ranking snub, as some would say. Now firmly as one of the top 3 teams in the league at this point. One of the only 3 teams left unbeaten here in the UFL.
Yeah, and looking like an absolute championship contender. This Wichita team, alongside teams such as Rochester, alongside teams such as Cincinnati, and in Los Angeles, again, even though they're 3-2, 3-2 is not a bad record at all. And again, when they're on it, they're just absolutely incredible. So, almost every stat favoring Wichita, and they just played a phenomenal game plan.
Wichita will go on the road as they begin a 3-game road stretch. They will go to Dallas. And meanwhile, the San Jose Outlaws, after suffering back-to-back defeats, they will go... I'm sorry, it escapes me for the moment. Give me 1 second here while I pick out the San Jose schedule. They, after taking the loss here to Wichita, will go back home and they will play Albuquerque for their 6th game of the season. That game taking place at the end of the month on Tuesday, April 29th. So a little bit of a break for the next time we see San Jose. A solid day from Brett Solberg, PK Solberg, and the rest of the Wichita crew. They get their 4th win, remain unbeaten. San Jose fall to 2-3. For our AI expert and commissioner, Cameron Irvine, and for my broadcast partner, Ramos Lynn, I've been Tyler Falk. Thanks for joining us. More football from the UFL coming Thursday. Hope to see you then. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.